The two ordinary hosts of this podcast are not professionals on parapsychology, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, nor would they describe themselves as religious or prone to superstition. They'd also like to make it known that this show is not intended for children or those with sensitive sensibilities. Please listen at your own discretion. And remember, the truth is often anecdotal.
Hello, listeners. I am Mr. R.
And I'm Mr. X.
A pair of normal dudes.
Reading paranormal stories.
Tell me, Mr. X, when was the last time you saw something crazy in your room late at night?
Well, I guess last night would have counted, I guess, because my partner has like a side business doing cat sitting, and she was gone for like the last 2 weeks. And I normally wake up at like 4 a.m. to get ready for work. I don't have to wake up that early, but it takes about an hour for me to muster up the will to actually go into work. So with that said, she's been gone, so I've been feeding our cats at around like 5 a.m. And she was back yesterday. She was here and she decided to feed the cats before she went to bed. And I was like, or I think when she woke up before I went to bed, she decided to feed the cats. And I was like, it's still a little early, like a little earlier than I've been feeding them. Hopefully they don't wake me up at like 4 a.m. And sure enough, at like 3:30, I wake up to the cats just in one of those freaking Tasmanian devil little fucking tornado clouds freaking fighting with each other and like screaming. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And I woke up and I tried to go back to sleep immediately, and then it just started again. Like they were literally just in a little fucking dust ball of like a fight between each other for a solid hour. And I'm hoping that's the reason I've been so fatigued all day.
Well, you know, if it's any consolation, that doesn't happen to me. So
at least I could move, right? Like I was able to get up. If I was just stuck in like a trance and not able to move my body while that was going on, would have drove me nuts.
I guess with that said, we are talking about sleep paralysis.
Yes. Technically, we're covering the r/sleep paralysis stories subreddit. Long name for subreddit.
Yes.
Which is probably why it's not as popular as the rest of them. But I thought it'd be fun to do like a little niche one for once, instead of just one of the big popular ones. But also this subject was brought on by my brother, who messaged me to ask if we've ever done an episode on sleep paralysis, which we haven't. And I think that's mostly because it would come up as a theory a lot in the comments in like our first 40 episodes. So I feel like
now, your brother would also be another Mr. E, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. E.
Not to be confused with
of the brother. No, not to be confused with our Mr. E.
The cryptid expert.
Yeah, the cryptid expert, or the dungeon master over on Dirty 22.
Did you watch that footage he sent us?
Yes. Yeah. So stupid. But no, I want him to do a little more research on that and then come on to the show and explain it to us, because while that clip he sent us is long and has like a lot of explanation in it, it'd be wild if he was able to find more information, especially another source that isn't Newsmax or whatever the hell it was.
Oh yeah, you even said like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if this is like a real news source or if it's like sort of The Onion or something, you know. But yeah, hopefully he can find something on that. We can do a whole episode on it. Apparently somebody claims to have found and is displaying a Bigfoot body.
Yep, the corpse of a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And deciding to show the public before he disappears.
Yeah, and And then they claim it's an 18-year-old Bigfoot and everything. Yeah, there's a lot. Mr. E, get on it. Give us some content, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my brother messaged me the other day, and apparently it happened to him for the first time, sleep paralysis. And I have the message pulled up here. It's very short, but so are a lot of the stories that we had this week. So he just says, I just experienced it for the first time last night when I fell asleep on the couch. Although I didn't see any demon shapes or anything like that people like to say they see. I just heard what sounded like someone was chewing over my head. I obviously couldn't move or turn my head, so I couldn't look at it. And that's
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Did he describe the chewing at all?
No, just that he heard chewing.
Okay.
It makes you wonder what kind, right? Like, are they eating like some potato chips? Is there the rustling of a bag too with it? Yeah. Are they? Well, I don't know. What else do you chew?
Are they Mel
Some Big
Blanking,
League?
right? Like, are they chewing on celery and pretending it's carrots?
You see, when he first sent that to me and I first read that, I was imagining it just like someone eating a bowl of cereal.
Oh, okay.
And just like that kind of wet, kind of crunchy sound, you know?
Are you familiar with... Oh, no, go ahead.
When we were younger, my mom all the time used to ask us to fix stuff on the computer. And it's just like, not like anything big. She would ask how to do something, or if I could do something. And I guess she would want to know what I was doing to fix the issue she had. And so it would typically be while she was cooking too. So I'd be sitting there on the computer and she'd be leaning over my shoulder, chewing on something. while I was helping her do whatever. And so that's always been a kind of like an irk of mine since then.
Well, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah. Here, you sent me something.
Yes, I said something in the media channel. These are the loudest chips you can possibly chew in someone's ear.
Fritos flavor twists. Honey barbecue specifically. Yeah.
I don't know if the honey barbecue it makes a big impact on the volume, but
specifically
easily the
twist?
loudest chips. Yes.
Okay, not just the Fritos.
I guess I actually can't speak on that because I didn't eat a lot of Fritos growing up. For some reason, the flavor twists honey barbecue were like right up my alley.
See, I have a vague memory of you mentioning this a long time ago, like when we worked with each other at the rave.
At rave?
Yeah. You mentioning that because I think you were like writing a play or something at the time, or maybe it was just a concept for like a sketch series or something. But you were talking about doing like a character based on Jesus Christ, being Jesus Christ, and how he would love Fritos and how the chewing on it would be really annoying to everyone around him.
I don't remember this at all. You have such a good memory for like stuff from a long time ago. I have totally forgotten about what you're talking about.
I mean, I've mostly forgotten, but every time I pass the Fritos in any grocery store, I'm like, what the hell was he talking about?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, okay, this week we're doing r/sleep paralysis.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the
episode. Is the subreddit. I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I've had a sleep paralysis episode back in my first apartment when I was living by myself for the first time. I woke up one night, couldn't move. It felt like somebody was holding me down, but I was looking straight ahead. There was nobody on top of me holding me down. It did feel like somebody was there watching me, and I don't get scared. Like I don't know. It's such a weird thing to say, right? But I don't get like spooked. But there was an overwhelming sense of dread in that moment, like what's happening, because you can't move, right? It's like you have no control over yourself, and that's pretty scary. But my reaction was mostly to get angry and just, I don't know, threaten to fight whatever I couldn't see that was standing in the corner of my room.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I was able to move. It was fine. And for a moment, I had to sit there and think, like, was that supernatural or was that just a biological thing? Apparently, I think the theory on it is that your brain wakes up faster than your body has time to react, right? So then you're just stuck there for a little bit. Although I've heard stories of people being paralyzed for like 15, 20 minutes, which seems pretty insane.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Yeah. And it's never happened to you?
No, I've never gone through anything like that. I have been waking up pretty regularly as of late, but that's just because it gets so hot in this room. Oh, I moved, by the way, listeners. You could probably definitely hear a difference in my audio. But yeah, I moved. I'm living in a new place. So.
Yeah, that's also why we haven't released anything in the last 2 weeks. So,
aha, yes, it is my fault.
Yeah, it's all Mr. R. So
blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So r/sleep paralysis stories is a small subreddit. I did not put links for any of these stories on the script.
That's okay.
Yeah, shit. You're just gonna have to believe that they're real. Okay. r/sleep paralysis stories has about 194 visitors and 30 contributors per week. I can't see their overall follower count. See community info. It says, a place to share your stories and experiences with sleep paralysis. Please try to explain your recollections in the most detail you can remember. That way, we can help pinpoint what the potential problems could be and come up with possible solutions to help people overcome their sleep paralysis. Your scientific and spiritual beliefs are accepted as free speech here, okay? Everyone has their own opinions and their personal research, so please feel free to share it here. Okay, and we will see that in the comments.
Yes.
Okay, anyways, let's just jump into the first one here. It's titled, I Think I Saw a Demon. Posted 1 year ago in the r/sleep paralysis stories. Okay. 2 weeks ago, I was laying on my couch, relaxing and watching Paranormal Activity 3 until I became temporarily paralyzed. Okay, right off the bat, not sleep paralysis, I don't think, but that is concerning for sure. This has been going on for 2 years when late at night I would get paralyzed for a few minutes. I could only move my feet and fingers sometimes. I saw some apparitions. But this one scared me the most. As I'm paralyzed looking at the TV, I see someone or something in a large black cloak walking past me. I hear its heavy footsteps. As it walks past me, I see a skull, like someone or something. You don't have to repeat that. Like someone or something out of my view of sight is holding their arms out with a skull in their hand. Okay, that's weird. For some reason, my vision began to get blurry, but I can still make up that it's a skull. Okay? Then, the thing walks to the hallway, making a right towards the kitchen. I hear its loud, heavy footsteps as it walks away. A few seconds after I regained consciousness, you weren't unconscious, and called out my sister's name, no answer. Then, I called out my cousin's name, no answer. Sometimes, he comes by late at night. Just to make sure, I get up and start walking towards the kitchen slowly. It's dark, but I don't see anybody. I'm thinking to myself, what did I just see? Okay.
I think you saw your cousin or the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper's head fell off its shoulders and he needed to go home. You were paralyzed because you were about to die. But that fortunate mishap for you, not the Grim Reaper, made him have to go home early. He had to
clock out.
Yeah, for the day. He had used some sick time.
I used to
cover the rest of his shift.
I used to. I guess anyone who has a dad probably heard this phrase, but if your head wasn't attached to your neck, you'd lose it, right?
Yeah.
Or you'd lose your head if it wasn't attached to your neck. All that kind of stuff. Well, the Grim Reaper often doesn't have a chance, right? So,
that's why he wears the cloak.
Move, that's what the cloak is for, is to tie it all together.
There's a little net in between the knees, so if anything falls off, it just gets caught, right? That's why he moves like that. Okay. Any, well, besides the Grim Reaper, and sleep paralysis, any theories as to what might have happened here? Clearly, this person's all over the place.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you were watching a scary movie, and your mind got the better of you. I don't think. Okay, so let's take the benefit of the doubt here. If this person is suggesting that maybe it was sleep paralysis, it was that you were watching a movie and you fell asleep, and then you fell asleep, and then you saw a thing. My thing is don't fall asleep watching scary movies.
My question is, they fall asleep and wake up, right? Or they just randomly get paralyzed while awake. Are they sitting up, or are they laying down? And is their head stuck in a position looking directly at the TV? Right? Is the movie still going? Is the movie over? Lots of questions. This was posted a year ago. I don't think I'm going to get any answers if I comment. But let's see what the comments have to say.
Okay.
First one here says, "Don't worry. You didn't see a demon. You had sleep paralysis. So it was a hallucination. Perfectly normal. Sounds like a pretty cool experience. I see why you'd want to share." Cool experience. This guy didn't know if there was like an intruder in his house.
Really nice.
OP does respond, says, "I don't know, man. Those footsteps were very real." And there's two more comments on this little thread from different commenters.
I was going to say, this has to be a different commenter, right?
Yeah, these are different commenters. It says, "Because it's a demon. People just don't want to acknowledge it because it leads to the credibility of the spiritual world, which leads to the reality of God." And then someone else just responds, "Yes." So,
yes. That is exactly correct.
Man, this, I never meant for this podcast to turn into like religion bashing, but it's kind of ridiculous.
It be said. If you want to be religious. Go for it. We're not going to shame you for it. But if you post stuff like this on the internet, we're gonna.
Yeah, this is a comedy podcast, all right?
Yeah.
So, and it's a comedy podcast above all else, right? So we're going to poke fun at the comments. And I want it to be known that while I am a very skeptical person, right? Mr. R does actually believe in some of this stuff a little. But, and whereas I'm almost exclusively skeptical of all this stuff, I do believe these stories. I believe these stories happen. That's why we pick these stories. I just don't believe that it's what they think it is, right?
Right.
So
what you're saying is you believe that they believe.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. But my reaction is always to find a different explanation. It's something that drives my partner nuts whenever she's complaining about something. And I'm like, well, if you look at it this way, and she's just kind of like, why can't you just nod when I talk to you? And I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
I'll try that moving forward, honey.
I'm not making fun of the people. I'm making fun of their grammar and the ridiculous stuff they post on the internet. Okay, comment number 2 here says, "I've heard mediums or psychics can see demons. Some people will tell you it's an imagination. I let you decide what to believe." Pondering emoji. I had some very realistic encounter with a sleep paralysis demon. Even to this day, I honestly don't know what I just witnessed. Was my mind playing trick on me? This person obviously doesn't speak English.
No.
I noticed my door was opened. I could have sworn that I locked it before I went to bed. It gave me goosebumps thinking about it. Okay. All right.
I don't like the abbreviation to SP demon.
No, man, I tell you what, even though this was the topic, and I had all these stories already lined up, when I was going through the comments, it took me forever to figure out what SP meant.
Oh, really?
Embarrassingly long time, yeah. And then eventually it came to me, and I was like, oh, sleep paralysis demon, right.
Ah, yes.
I did not include the flares in the script, but every single one of them was different. So, yeah. And when I was searching the stories, a lot of times when you click on the search bar on Reddit, it'll come up with a list of flares that you could choose from. And there was a lot of them. And there were some that I was like, oh, I've never heard of that with sleep paralysis demons. We'll get into that later, but I would click on some of them and there would only be 2 posts. I think one of them only had 1 post. And I was like, oh, I guess you could just make up a flare whenever you're posting your story, but okay. This one obviously was flared with demon.
This one was flared with furniture.
But I'm sorry, what were you going to say about the abbreviation?
Oh, I was going to say salt and pepper demon. It wasn't important.
Salt and pepper demon?
Yes. Yes, the musical group Salt and Pepper Demon.
Salt and pepper and demon. Okay, this third comment here I want to say is from that same commenter on the second comment. They just posted a different comment. That one had a thread, so I was like, I'll make it separate. But they added, by the way, I was watching a lot of UFOs and paranormal documentaries before I had my first sleep paralysis experience. Maybe there's a connection between sleep paralysis and paranormal TV shows.
Oh, do you think that? Are you a scientist? Is that your theory? Huh? Is it you've exposed yourself to paranormal, like an outreach, like just external paranormal experiences, and now you think you might be experiencing them yourself?
Now, I want to say, I was not watching horror movies or anything before I had my experience. And in fact, it happened hours after I fell asleep, I think. But I don't know. This person, obviously, English isn't their first language. We could tell from their grammar, or they're just very bad at grammar. I'm imagining they're implying that maybe, falling asleep while watching that stuff might be related. The OP does respond here and they say, that's what I thought. Maybe because I was watching a scary movie, but I'm not so sure. Really? You're not? Okay. Now, this next comment on this thread, I think, is from our first commenter, the one who was talking about the hallucinations and stuff, right?
Okay.
And they say, yeah, if you're watching a horror movie before sleep, paralysis... God.
Oh.
I really don't like the way these guys talk about sleep paralysis. Like, I know it's the subject of the subreddit and this post, but like, that's my issue, is they're saying this as if they're about to like astral project, right? They're like, well, let me just paralyze myself while I'm asleep and then see what happens. It says you're more likely to hallucinate something scary than something good. Never heard of a good hallucination.
Yeah, what?
Like, what are you hallucinating? Someone's giving you like one of those giant checks for like $1 million or something?
Yeah. They're rewarding you with the key to the city, and you have a big pair of scissors, and you're cutting a ribbon, and now the museum is open. But that was all hallucination. And I will say, I've heard of good hallucinations, but that's from people who were on acid.
Yeah, or like magic mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
See, when I think good hallucination, I think, oh, I found the end of the rainbow, and it was me. I now know how to love myself. But...
Mr. X, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. You can't move. So, like, what else can you see? Maybe you can see a rainbow coming in through the ceiling, and it's landing on you.
If I was to have a good sleep paralysis hallucination, it would be like 1980s Pamela Anderson walking into my room with 2 giant steins of Dr. Pepper. All right. Like, or maybe a mayor with a big pair of scissors, and he's handing me the key to the city.
1980s Pamela Anderson.
I said it. What of it?
We're all learning something about Mr. R here.
What's funny is I'm actually not really into blondes, but I do like Pamela Anderson. I think she has a good attitude.
Sure. The original commenter here ends this thread with, yeah, that's what I thought at first, but my door somehow opened itself. It creeped me out. I don't know. Or you just thought you closed the door and you didn't. Wait, did they say that? No, they didn't say what they saw, just that the door was open. Yeah, maybe if you actually described what you had seen, the door being open might have been something more, but you didn't, and it's not. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our first ad break and then go into our second story.
Yeah.
All right, our second story here is much shorter than the first one. It's a teeny tiny little paragraph, and why don't you go ahead and see why I picked this one from the title there?
Okay. Give me 1 second. Just give me
Yeah.
one little second. I would actually like to apologize for the people listening. Pamela Anderson didn't really skyrocket into fame until 1989, so I guess I meant 1990s Pamela Anderson. Anyway.
I'm sure.
My story. I also want to say out loud, I haven't read these. These are brand new to me. X chose all these stories. Mr. X chose all these stories, and so reading this right now is going to be my first time. It is quite short, and the title is "Seen a Woman in Black, Scarieuse Thing Ever."
Yeah.
Okay. Just to dig into this a little bit, is this how it was written? Is this typo in the title?
What, you think I did that?
I don't know. Okay, seen a woman in black. Okay, SCAR. We're on a good track here, and then it starts to go off the rails with IEUSE. Scariest thing ever.
Yeah, all he needed was a ST there, and
I mean, what's the U for?
Okay, well, I was just going to leave this for the end, but if you look at the edit here, they do clarify, don't mind the title mistake, I speak French/English, so autocorrect.
Oh, I don't think it was... so I should have said it like, seen a woman in black, scariest thing ever?
Yeah, it does sound more accurate that way.
It does. Obviously posted in Sleep Paralysis Stories 7 months ago. Pretty recent.
Yeah.
I had sleep paralysis where a woman was just standing right beside my bed and had like a black clothing, like a Victorian mourning outfit.
That's mourning as in sad, not as in early day.
With like a black thing covering her head/face. Really fucking scary. And I just wanted to see if someone else seen that lady.
Seen that specific lady, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, there's more.
I can't go back to sleep now. I thought I was getting possessed.
Edit. Don't mind the title mistake. I speak French/English, so autocorrect. Okay. God dang, that really took me off guard. I wanted to see if someone else seen that lady. Has anybody else seen that lady? Please tell me in the comments.
I like how he couldn't think of the word for veil.
Veil,
like
right?
Morning veil.
Sometimes a black thing covering her face.
Sometimes I think these like foreign people who post on these English subs, obviously, I think most of them can speak English. It's just harder for them to put sentences together. In which case, I don't know why they don't just put French through Google Translate and then see if it makes any sense before they post it.
I will say Google Translate has gotten really good.
Oh yeah, dude, that German guy from the last couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Whenever I put his translations through, it makes perfect sense in English. So,
and German is so far removed from English. So
it's very backwards the way they speak.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah. Why don't you guys just try that? See how it works. But okay, I think the comments are pretty short too, but that's okay. I've never heard of a lady during sleep paralysis. I mean, obviously, people.
I've never heard of a lady.
People describe different things during my brother said he heard chewing, right? I never heard that either. But yeah, just a lady, was it? I mean, obviously she had a veil over her face, so we don't know old or what, but interesting. I don't know why he thought he was being possessed. If he just saw a lady there, like maybe if he felt his body doing stuff that it wasn't, I would be like possession, but no. Okay.
Now, okay, so I'm realizing now that the timeline is kind of weird, and this might be a English language thing, but it said I had sleep paralysis where a woman was blah blah blah, and then says I can't go back to sleep now I thought I was getting possessed.
Right.
Is that to suggest that this person has not slept since?
Okay, I think this is just we have to take a drink because they went straight to Reddit.
They went
right?
straight to Reddit. Yeah. That's what I'm looking out for
Yeah.
here.
So take a drink, everybody.
We should do an episode where we only do drinks. Like it's just a drink heavy episode.
We should do an episode where we actually drink.
We should.
Although I feel like I've been having a few drinks right now because I'm a little loopy.
Oh, we haven't done like a drunk or like an alcohol themed episode.
Oh yeah, but I think because that's so easily explained, right? You were drunk.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's just go into the comments.
So as far as comments go, comment number 1 says, I have seen this too. I used to have nightmare about her when I was a child. Was she old too? The OP responds and says, I couldn't see her face, but really scary. I've decided that the OP is the candlestick from Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. I thought you were gonna go the chef from Little Mermaid.
I take it, take it or leave it, whatever you want. So the comment number 1, I have seen this too. That's good. I have seen this. Has anyone else seen that lady? I have seen this. It's good to know. Is there a name for this character? Like we have the Hat Man. Is this like the widow or like the
Lady
morning
in Black?
lady? Yeah. Oh, Lady in Black is good.
Which I'm pretty sure is a movie they just released. So
Was Lady in Black? I thought Lady in Black was the Daniel Radcliffe movie.
Maybe. There's a movie that just came out like last year about a woman in black terrorizing like a black family. It might have been a metaphor for something, but as all scary movies are these days.
A metaphor, yeah. Okay. Comment number 2 says, that is super scary. Yes. There's a lot of visions that may come with SP. Quote, the Hat Man, static television. What? Static television people where they look like they're made of static electricity. Aliens. The usual grays and more. Me, on the other hand, never opened my eyes. Wait. Okay. This guy has cracked the fucking code. You never get sleep paralysis demons if you can't see them, baby. It says, I would literally hear whatever coming towards my bed, but never dared to look. I can't share your experience with visual, but did you have any auditory, this is redundant, auditory sounds accompanying the SP? Was this lady crying under her veil? Under her black thing? Was she chewing potato chips? Was she perhaps some Fritos flavor twists? The OP responds to that question and says, yes, I seen the Hat Man and he was wait, yes, I seen the Hat Man and he was singing outside of my door and staring at me. It's fucking scary. I'm so scared of sleeping tonight. This guy's being hazed. I think this person.
I saw this comment when I was putting this together, and I completely blanked on the fact that he also said he's afraid of sleeping tonight. Now, I guess that could mean that he's seen the Hat Man before another time, right? Not this time. He's saying like, there were sounds with that because he was singing to me. What was he singing? Was he singing?
I don't know the words to that song.
Oh my gosh. God damn, I'm blinking so hard trying to remember.
He was going, are y'all ready for this?
Yeah. No, what's that one song? Oh my god, what's his name? Is it Biz Markie?
Are you thinking of "Oh Baby You"?
Yes, yeah.
You got what I need.
Yeah. He's just singing that from the hallway. And this kid can't move his head. He's just kind of like, what the fuck? Yeah.
There's no music accompanying the vocals. It's just a voice.
He's got a good voice too.
Yeah,
You
he's
could
kind
do
of falsetto.
karaoke.
Oh, baby, you.
Yeah, we don't know how old the Hat Man is. He probably has a different cadence. But
Yeah, he probably got some kind of transatlantic outfit out. Oh my god, I can't talk. Accent is the one I was thinking of.
yeah. Gosh.
Okay. We're losing our minds. Comment number 3
Yeah.
said, I have seen her too. For three nights in a row. Very good. She tried to touch me once. I had to change room because she scares me. I have not seen her since.
I'm sorry. How many rooms do you have? You just freely switch up your rooms?
I had to change room. Maybe they live in like a hostel. Maybe they
rich boy.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought was like a hotel or something. You know, this has nothing to do with the story, but my little comment there, rich boy, reminds me. Not too long ago, I was because me and my partner work different shifts at the same job. She's been using my car to do her little side business that I mentioned at the very beginning, and so I've just been biking to work. But before I got my bike, I had ordered it, and I started this new position, so I had to take the train to get to and from for a little while. And one day I got off work, and mind you, I'm cleaning stuff all day. So by the end of the day, I'm very sweaty. My clothes are all stained, and I probably don't smell very good or whatever. But I had I have like a pair of AirPod Maxes or whatever, and I put those on and went to go to the train station. But as I was walking off of the property where my job is, some old black guy was like, he was walking, and I stopped to let him by, but he also stopped, and he was like, nah, go ahead, rich boy. And I was like, what? Rich boy? What the fuck? I even had my name tag on for the fucking store, and I was like, you think anybody who works here is rich?
Oh, you're walking around with a job? Oh, you're some kind of rich man.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
The OP does respond to this comment.
Yes, the OP does respond. Says, yeah, she tried to do the same to me. Oh, the same thing to me. So I assume touch, right?
Yeah. No, hold on. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to do a French accent. Essentially, he's like, yeah, she tried to do the same thing to me. Like, but I couldn't move. You're lucky you could move. You're lucky you could get up and go to a different room. So this obviously wasn't sleep paralysis. You liar.
Wait a minute.
This subject's gonna get me heated.
For 3 nights in a row, she tried to touch me once. I had to change room because she scares me. What this sounds like to me is that after the 3rd night in a row, that's when he changed rooms.
After the 3rd night in a row and her trying to touch him, she was like, right. Let me get out of here. Maybe
hey, fellas, I'm here to say it. If a lady shows up in my room and she's trying to touch me, I'm not changing rooms. Okay? All right. Mr. R's lonely. This lady sounds like she needs a special partner because hers is dead. She also might be dead. Who knows?
She's looking for affection, but you know.
Yeah. Everyone keeps changing rooms.
Who was it? Was it Dan Aykroyd that they got the thing from the ghost in the first Ghostbusters? Or was that Bill Murray? Which one of them?
I've never seen Ghostbusters.
Oh, well, good for you. It's not very good. Sorry, anyone who likes Ghostbusters.
Damn.
But yeah, in the first movie, I don't remember if it's Dan Aykroyd or Bill Murray, but one of them gets a blowjob from a ghost. It's implied. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you, not a good movie. So.
Ah, boy.
But yeah, that's it for the comments on this one. Again, very short story, very short comments. So let's go ahead and move on to our second ad break, and then we'll come back for my second story. Okay, my second story, also from the Sleep Paralysis Stories subreddit. It's called I Touched My Sleep Paralysis Demon's Face, posted 2 years ago. Y'all, I need help. I've been searching everywhere, so here goes. Before all that happened, I was sitting on my couch watching TV, and I laid down on my side and fell asleep. I woke up but wasn't fully awake, and I knew I was having sleep paralysis because I couldn't move. Sorry. I knew I was having sleep paralysis because I couldn't move. Because I couldn't move anything but my eyes. So, I'm so used to it that I'm not even scared anymore. I just wait until it goes away. This time I got bold and it let me touch its face.
What?
Like it felt like pure stone. What is it? This just came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, it is new.
He was gray or stone-like, and it felt like he had a hat on.
A hat made of stone.
He felt almost human, except that he also kind of felt like stone, right?
Except if a human was made of stone.
But it didn't seem real because I still couldn't move. It was like that for 10 seconds. Let's count to 10. 1, 2,
2,
3, 4, 5. Imagine that twice. Until it felt like going away and I woke up. I can't stop thinking about it since. Okay, I don't know why I gave it that accent. I guess because of the y'all.
Oh, sure.
Can someone tell me what this is? What is really sleep paralysis? Because I heard that once the demon gets discovered, it leaves. But this one decided to stay.
Okay. Mr. X, I'm going to play a little game with you. I want you to pretend you are laying on your side on a couch. Okay, you have that solidly locked in. You know what that looks like, what position your body would be in?
Yeah.
Okay, now keep your body in that position. You now cannot move. A sleep paralysis, we're going to call it a demon.
Made of
Comes
stone
in.
with the hat. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. And you can't move your hands. So to feel its face, it would have to bring its face to your hands in the position you're stuck in. So now you get to tell us what position this demon would have to force its face upon.
So I know when I fall asleep, I do the little tuck, right? I want to, like I'm tucking in a blanket close to me, right? But only with one
Okay.
hand. And it's usually the hand that's under my body on my side, right? The other hand is probably just stretched out, like on my leg, resting on my leg,
Oh, okay.
right?
All
so
right.
that would give the demon two options. One, he can either go for my little scrunched up T-Rex hand
Uh-huh.
on my chest, right? Or he can go for the hand on my thigh, both of which are pretty weird because one, I'm sure he's going towards my nip. The other one is a little too close to my crotch for comfort, right?
Yeah,
So,
the obvious. Yeah, both very intimate options there.
Yeah.
And I sleep on my stomach, so there'd be no chance.
So a lot of times I'll sleep on my back, right? But on my couch, it's hard to get comfortable to sleep. And normally I want to sleep on my side on my couch. But I do sleep on my back a lot of times. But for some reason, never on the couch. I'm always turned to one side or the other. I do have a picture of one of my good friends. I stayed in like an Airbnb once and he came and he joined us. But there was only one bed, so he slept on the couch. And when I woke up in the morning, I go into the living room, he's dead asleep. But he looks like he's stiff as a board on his back, his hands close to his side, almost like he's in a coffin. And his legs are stretched straight out, but they're not on the couch. They're like over the armrest, but still like straight as a board. So they're just sticking up in the air. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I don't know. Maybe he was paralyzed while asleep. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. First comment here says, wait, how did you touch it if you couldn't move?
Ah, yes. A very important question.
Yes. You want to know what the OP says?
I'd
They
love to know.
say, y'all, I have no idea. I know I
No,
couldn't
you
move.
added the y'all.
Yeah, I did.
You editorialized y'all.
I had to get back into the voice. I know I couldn't move the rest of my body, but I tried to move my hands and I felt that man's face.
I
So
know
is a
I couldn't
man.
move the rest of my body, but I tried to move my hands. I tried to move my hands and I felt that man's face.
Yeah. The original commenter responds to that with interesting. I've felt they touch me many times. Oh, okay. I've felt them touch me many times, but never the other way around. I think I'll try it next time, though I probably won't be able to move my hands. It sounds terrifying.
Mm-hmm. That's paralysis,
Okay.
where you can't move.
I don't know. I don't know if this sounds terrifying to me. This sounds pretty sexy. Like it's the start of some kind of
Oh, yeah.
smut that you get on Tumblr or something, you know?
You go to Wattpad and you look up
Yeah.
the Hat Man, and there's stories about how he knows you can't move, so he'll put his face into your hand. And if things get a little saucy, something else might end up in those hands.
Okay, I have to say this too. If you guys want to, if you listener want to go explore r/sleep paralysis stories, just be aware that there are a lot of iffy stories of the non-consensual type that aren't even labeled like not safe for work. So,
So you can just run into them.
yeah, you can. I have. I'll have to send you one that I found that I was like, "There's no way this is going on the podcast."
Joy.
It was wild, but yeah, you'll find a lot of stuff like that. So be aware. Comment number 2 here says, "This is about to turn into some corny haters to lovers romance or something." Maybe.
Hey,
Who
it could
knows?
be. Mind your business.
And then comment number 3 here says, "Mine was different." Of course it was, because nobody's was like this, I swear. The figure I experienced was black, and I could barely see it. But I remember the texture more than any. Oh, so you've touched one too. Okay.
Yeah.
It felt smooth, almost like polished stone or metal. I wasn't scared, just curious, which made the experience feel really strange. The fact that you were curious.
I was bi-curious. I liked this polished stone man.
I felt his pecs next, and then his abs. They weren't as smooth. They were a pretty nice rough texture. And then I kept going further south. And behold, it was smooth again. No genitalia.
At all. He was like a Barbie.
Yeah, he's like Ken. The Ken doll. With the hat. Okay.
With a little hat on down there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so 2 touching stories in one there. I don't like how that sounded coming out of my mouth, but
No.
I guess that's what they were. So,
We can't call this episode the touching stories.
no. I have no idea what I'm going to call this episode, but okay. So that first story, like I said, was flared with demon, right? Second one was flared with scary girl, even though it was described as a woman or a lady. I don't know. This was one of the ones that, like, when I was looking through the flares, I clicked on scary girl. There was only 2 stories on it. This one, which the one I read, which was from a since deleted user, and another one titled "Really Quick Sleep Paralysis Episode, Still Terrifying," labeled "Scary Girl," but that one had no comments on it. So, and then this story, again, it because they literally say demon in the title, it was flared with demon. Our next one, though, after the ad break, is flared with Hat Man, which is funny because I think all these stories so far have mentioned the Hat Man in one way or another.
Everybody put up your bets. The flare is Hat Man, so you get to guess what the title is, but you won't know it until after the ad break.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
My husband saw the Hat Man.
Yeah.
That's the title. That's it. If you guessed anything that had to do with the Hat Man, you did it. You got it.
Yeah, if you thought this story was going to include the Hat Man after that thrilling preview, then you're right. You won. Check your Kalshi account. You probably have some money in there from, I don't know, one of the other 2 listeners of this podcast.
You have won an exclusive face touch from the Hat Man. Okay.
Ooh.
My husband saw the Hat Man. Posted 4 years ago. We were sitting at dinner in a restaurant, period. For some reason, the Hat Man popped into my brain, and I said, quote, "Have you ever seen the Hat Man?" He said, "What? No, what are you talking about?" So he Googled it. I saw the color drain from his face, and he said, "Actually, yeah, I have seen this. What is this? I explain what I know, and he tells me that when he was younger, he was sleeping over at his grandpa's house. He was sleeping with the door open when he woke up and saw the Hat Man in the hallway outside the door. He wouldn't move, and eventually he fell back asleep. Take a drink.
Take a drink. Yeah.
That stayed in the back of his brain until that moment in the restaurant. We won't say which one. I have been to that house millions of times, and that particular hallways has always been a little too dark.
A little too dark. Do they need more light bulbs, or
perhaps you should change the light bulb?
Yeah, maybe go for like a 5600 bulb or something. I don't know.
I feel like a 5600 watt.
Yeah, 5600 Kelvin, I think is what it is. I don't know. But I think that's just the color of the light. Actually, I don't know what the fuck
I was gonna say that's a lot. I think
the only reason I included this story was because of the one drink we got to take on it. Just falling back asleep. Even though this thing in the hallway isn't going away, it's just sitting there staring at you. Sure, just fall right back asleep. Why not?
I mean, I guess if you're paralyzed and it's not doing anything, it's not being very exciting, right? You're like, oh, that's scary. But eventually you got to be like, well, I have to sleep. I got work in the morning. So
see, in my head, I don't think it's possible to go immediately back to sleep after sleep paralysis, or especially during sleep paralysis, because the fact that you can't move is in itself a scary situation, and you want to make sure that you're able to move, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was in an accident. My first job was as a lifeguard, and I was in a training accident, right? And when I regained consciousness, the first thing I did was make sure I could move my toes, right? And if I couldn't move, that would have been a terrifying situation. And I don't think I would have just gone right back to sleep. Not that I was asleep in that moment, but yeah, I mean, if your body's not doing what it should be doing, I don't think going back to sleep is going to be your first move, right? I do have a question, though. Whenever you hear stories about people in a restaurant, what kind of restaurant do you imagine?
Okay, this is I'm a little biased here because I just spent around $70 at a Chili's. So I do imagine a Chili's.
Okay. See, I've seen too many movies, and so I think of like a posh restaurant, people are dressed up
it's like
nice
a dimly lit.
Stuff.
Yeah.
But I doubt someone in that environment is just being like, just zoning out, and then all of a sudden saying, yeah, you know about the Hat Man? You ever seen the Hat Man? And then someone Googles it in that setting. I can imagine that in a Chili's for sure. I can imagine that in a Whataburger. You're just sitting there and someone brings up the topic of the Hat Man. But I don't know. I'm guessing it was just this couple by themselves. Maybe there were other friends there. Although I feel like they would have put input from the other friends if that was the case. So I'm imagining a date. And when I imagine date, I imagine a nice restaurant, even though I myself have never been on a date to a nice restaurant. So I think Chili's is pretty on par.
Chili's feels right. However, I think the next first date I go on, I'm really going to test the waters by taking them to a Waffle House.
Okay, so that same friend who was stiff as a board on the couch in the Airbnb.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I don't think he actually does this. He talks all the time about how whenever he goes on a first date, he likes to take them to Whataburger. And I think this is based on something he saw in a movie once, where a character would say that he takes his first dates to a McDonald's to see how they react. And if they're indignant about it, they're not for him, right? If they're excited for this opportunity just because it's the first date, then yeah, he's willing to go on another date with them, right? I don't think he's ever actually done that in his life, but he likes to say it a lot. So
yeah, it's a bold move, and it can go one of two ways, right? If they're just excited to meet you and spend time with you, then they'll get over the fact that they're being taken to a McDonald's. On the other hand, some people would really, really like McDonald's. Look at the president.
Yeah. Hey, there are fast food restaurants that I will just always there's something on the menu for me to get no matter what the situation, right? So I love me some McDonald's chicken nuggets. Always down for some chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
I have my menu item at Whataburger. I don't go to Burger King too often, but I hear their chicken fries are good. So, I'd make the best out of it, right?
Yeah,
So,
why not?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. This first comment is actually kind of long. We haven't read any of the comments yet, right?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. Comment number 1. I've seen the Hat Man a few times. This
Brag
does
about it.
come off as braggy. Yeah. He has always been extremely tall. Each time I saw him, which is not typical, 8 feet maybe. Okay, you're still this whole comment's going to be braggy. I did not know about the Hat Man before I saw him, and I only found out about him after the 3rd sighting. He was accompanied by a small girl 2 times and always stood behind her. Knowing that other people have seen him is terrifying. I also saw him in the doorway, but he was so tall that he was looking at me from above the door. Huh? Oh. From above the door. And no. Okay. And he was holding the door from the top as well. It has been a few months since his last appearance. Like he's a guest on a talk show.
Okay, now I think we can imagine what he's describing. The Hat Man is too tall for the door frame, so he's like leaned over and his hand is like gripping the top of the door frame or whatever. Creepy, sure. Sounds kind of made up to me, but and again, very braggy. This is a posh gentleman. This is an Oxford lad who's given us some info on his nightmares. I don't know. This comment went into a whole little thread about people in kind of a paranoid state being like, oh my gosh, I've also seen a little girl with the Hat Man. And then they're just kind of going off about the little girl with the Hat Man without actually expanding on it any further. Nobody gives their own stories. They just say, I've also seen that. That's weird. But I mean, I guess this is another thing I never heard of was the little girl. So
yeah. I don't like anybody. I don't like people hanging out with little girls.
I'm saying little girl, right? But he says small girl. What if this is the woman in black, right, from the other story, but just much smaller than the Hat Man?
Ah, yes, I see. The Hat Man, according to this commenter, is around 8 feet tall, maybe. So
yeah.
What is small if just smaller?
Now, clearly, this is just a dead guy on stilts, right? Because it's scary to imagine. That is the craziest image I've ever thought of. I mean, yeah, it's scary to imagine there's like an 8-foot like entity, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't know if I believe in demons at all, but yeah, sure, I'm willing to lean towards the idea that ghosts exist, right? So I'm not imagining like some demon from hell that's 8 feet tall. I'm imagining some guy who died in like a freak circus accident on stilts being like, here's my chance to do something special, right? So now he just creeps people out by being very tall at a distance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tall people, go ahead and take note. Your existence is creepy, no matter what. If you are considered tall, people look at you from a distance and see you as a threat.
I mean, have you seen basketball players?
Yeah, I choose not to go to basketball games because I think all of them will be looking at me through a doorway.
Man, it's the whole reason I don't watch basketball. It's unnatural.
It's unnatural.
Yeah, being able to dribble like that? No way.
These fucking freaks.
I prefer the soccer dribbling. It's also unnatural, but it's cool to look at, so.
Yeah. It's unnatural. It's very... Okay, comment number 2. The Hat Man and a canine he had on a chain leash attacked me when I was 6 or 7.
Okay.
God, there's a lot to unpack already. It left me traumatized. I'm 32 now, and I hope I never get attacked like that again. Also, there's no commas in this.
Yeah.
That again, also he was wearing a trench coat and had the dog on a chain leash. The dog's teeth did not look like normal dog teeth. They were sharp and jagged. Have you ever seen a dog's mouth? I will try to post about it tomorrow if I get the time.
Okay. Now, this is what you were talking about on the last episode, I think, about how you're worried this podcast was just going to turn into therapy. This doesn't sound like the Hat Man. This sounds like something that actually happened to you, person. Maybe give us a little more detail so I can get some kind of supernatural reading out of this. Because right now, this just sounds like you were a kid walking down the road and some guy couldn't control his dog and it attacked you. And now you're traumatized from it.
If you have proof, show us the bite.
Yeah. Was it physical? Do you have bites? That's how you know if it's real, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again,
these
people are talking about touching a stone guy with a hat, right? I think tangible evidence is not evidence that it wasn't real for them, right? I think that's just confirmation.
I could tell anyone that I touched, let's say like 1992 Pamela Anderson on the set of Baywatch, but like I was born in 1992. It's not improbable, right? It's technically probable.
Totally possible. Why not?
Comment number 3. Sorry. As far as comment number 2 goes, the only thing I could pay attention to was the use of 6 or 7, and that's how brain rot I have become. Comment number 3.
Well, this was posted 2 years ago, so they're ahead of the curve.
Oh, they started it.
Yeah.
Comment number 3 is very short. Yes, Hat Man is very popular amongst SP.
Yep.
And there you have it.
That's yeah. Okay, so I read what the sub, the about of the sub or whatever, and they said scientific and spiritual explanations are welcome. And like I said, you get both in the comments. Sometimes you read a post and they're like, "Wow." I mean, a lot of the posts are like, "Wow, same thing happened to me." Right? That's what people come to the sub for. They're looking for confirmation. And then a lot of the rest of the time, it's like, "Yeah, I've heard that story before." So yeah.
Oh, okay.
It might happen. Might not. I don't know.
That feels rude. To say.
I'm gonna comment because this comment doesn't need to exist, right?
Yeah, like what?
Okay, so this one only had one more comment, a little teeny tiny thread, and I didn't include it because the comment was just someone saying, "Has anyone ever had a physical experience with the Hat Man?" And then comment number 2, just this commenter posted this exact comment under that guy's comment. And I was like, oh, that's a weird thing to do. They could have just read your comment. You don't have to comment it twice, right? You know what? Speaking of, that was 2 years ago. Let me see if comment number 2 there did post their story. Oh, they do have this story. Okay. Here, let me, it's very short, so I'm going to go ahead and just post it on our little chat here. Okay.
Yep.
So they did post the dog story, and they titled it "Demonic Dog Violently Licking My Throat into My Right Towards My Stomach." Okay. Descriptive. This was also posted in r/sleepparalysisstories. Wait, 4 years ago. Hold on. Because this other story is definitely from 2 years ago, right? No, Hat Man story was 4 years ago. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
They definitely started 6, 7, but the stories they add up. So okay, their story goes: demonic dog violently licking my throat into my right towards my stomach. I had the weirdest SP episode last night. Last night? This was literally the night before you commented on that one. Okay, I was laying there trying to go to bed, and then noticed myself going into sleep paralysis. I still had a little bit of movement, so I started to try to call out to my dog, Sage. Little do I know, my dog Sage is locked in my mom's room. I tried to pat the couch that I was sleeping on. Oh, okay. A lot of these stories happening on couches, I guess.
Oh.
I was sleeping on to get her attention, scared, when I felt a dog jump up next to me, and I thought it was Sage. And then I felt this demonic presence, a tongue just sliding down my mouth. Oh my God. Into my throat and like ripping all this stuff violently out of my throat. It was very weird experience and it was very violent. It was like the dog's tongue was going almost all the way into my stomach, just violently nonstop. Fucking gross. This first comment here, yeah, geez, that's messed up. Cool. This other guy posted, this other comment here is a TikTok. Oh. Oh, what is this? It's TikTok. Oh. Hey, okay. So it's a TikTok explaining what sleep paralysis is. And I'm like, hey, this is the sleep paralysis subreddit. And they abbreviated sleep paralysis with SP. I think they fucking know what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe this person is just pushing their own content, but whatever. It doesn't even have any upvotes. It just has the one that it automatically gives you. So, okay. Well, with that disgusting note to end on, I think that's going to do it for the stories. You just send me something on here?
I did. We don't have to talk about it, but I did think it was really funny.
Okay. So this is an Amazon link as for what I'm guessing is a book.
Probably.
And the title is The Hat Man, a guide in comics on how to get rid of dark beings for all ages. What the fuck? Have you seen him or them? You thought you saw something in the corner of your eye. You turn to look and it's either gone or closer. It's black. It takes form. What? It's a man with a hat. It's a dark cloud or something resembling a spider. The fuck are you talking about? Then it only gets worse if it leans in to show you its glowing red eyes, instilling fear in you that is literally paralyzing. What do? It's in your dreams. It's in your face. It's in your mind, and it's wearing you down. For adults and children alike, these things are causing unforgettable fear and horror worldwide. Some people experience it once and dread the day they ever see it again, while others see it every day. One thing to know is that you are not helpless. You are not alone, and you can keep them away. The guide in comics is for all ages, a colorful and even fun look into shedding some light on a dark topic. With this book, you can help yourself, your children, and others stand strong in the light against this utter darkness. Okay, I remember back in the day when Amazon first started blowing up, before they started selling
everything,
like gadget, yeah, like pretty much everything. They mostly sold books, right? And when I was living in Puerto Rico, it was the only way for me to get my hands on English books. So I would order a lot of books. And when I didn't have money, I always read the sample. And I wasn't sure if they still did it, but there's a sample here. And it's letting me look up to any pages. Okay.
Oh, read sample, I see.
It's only pretty much giving me the table of contents and stuff. And other books by Heidi Hollis, who I guess is the author. There's only one page from the actual book, and it's the main character, I'm guessing, is the main character. It's a white kid with orange hair. He's wearing jeans and red Converse. His hands are fucked up. I'm guessing this is self-drawn, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a white t-shirt with red trim and a sun on it, and he's wearing a cross necklace. So didn't know gingers could get into heaven, but that's cool. He's basking in like a glow of light from the heavens, and there's two angels, one of which is black, which is also pretty cool. And it has a little quote on it that says, "This book is dedicated to those who struggle in the dark to let them know they were never alone. Heidi." This isn't a fucking sample, Amazon. What the fuck? There's nothing from the actual book in here. Oh, no way. Okay, here's one. I'm guessing this is a page. If you go two more from that one I just described, Mr. R. I don't know how to describe this. This is like
It looks to be the bars of a musical page, like a sheet of music, right, where you would see the notes and the breaks and the beats and all that.
And then there's just objects placed on it, not like musical notes. They're not
No.
varying. They're just straight down the middle. And you want to describe these objects real quick? Just a handful of them, yeah.
It does look like someone is putting each of these illustrations on a police lineup to see who the real perpetrator is. First off, we have Mothman.
Sure.
It's kind of a Dracula's cowl kind of thing.
Mhm.
Next we have Cloud. Next we have Angel. Next we have maybe a spider? I think that's what this is.
It's green and has 4 legs on one side. So
we have a pair of shoes. They don't match. Those are 2 different shoes.
yeah.
We have
Squiggly
Symbiote
shadow
from Spider-Man.
Sure.
3 crayons and Mothman again.
Yeah, a Mothman in a cloak.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom, it's even weirder. It's other cloak being a frog, a fly, a baseball, a cross necklace, flowers, 2 water bottles. One that's
says holy
spring,
water.
and the other one is holy water. A little pool, and then another mysterious guy. This one has a hat, so I'm guessing that's supposed to be the Hat Man.
This is supposed to be
And
Hatman.
the text accompanied on this says, "In the daytime, I feel the safest and free for a really good reason." Now, I said this book was for all ages, but I'm pretty sure this is mostly geared at kids. And that's it. That's it. Wow. Thanks, Amazon. You gave me 1 page out of that. Cool.
That's great.
Yeah. How many pages does this even have? 80 pages. And you gave me 1. Fuck you, Amazon.
Oh, no.
There's a thing where you can
no.
follow the author.
Yeah. I'm looking at the back of the book right now.
She doesn't look
Okay.
how I'd imagine. Her name is Heidi Hollis.
Heidi. Yeah. You would think like a Dutch woman.
Yeah, I can't get a good look at the picture. And there's like a bright flash on it, so her skin tone is kind of diluted, but she kind of looks Puerto Rican to me.
Yeah,
Like, she looks like she's in
definitely
a
has,
city, some kind of like Hispanic notes in her skin tone, but she has like curly, dark hair.
Very curly hair, yeah.
Yeah. What did the back of the book say?
It says a lot. In fact, it says everything that you read.
Uh-huh.
But it also says Heidi Hollis is an author, cartoonist, hardly, and talk show host who named the defined the Hat Man and Shadow People phenomena. She has been featured worldwide on various TV and radio shows like Coast to Coast AM, The Outlander, Discovery Channel's The Unexplained Files, and Strange Evidence. You can find more about her at www.heidihollis.com.
Okay, I want to give you 2 other titles from 2 other books she wrote.
Okay.
Jesus is no joke. Now, the cover of this one is just that there's like a little hill with 3 crosses on it, but there's also a hand, which I imagine is supposed to be doing a J over the J in Jesus, but it looks like it's doing a handgun.
I'm pretty sure the thumb on this hand has an extra joint.
Yeah, it looks like they're cocking a fucking hammer back on a gun.
They're shooting up toward God.
The subtitle on is A True Story of an Unlikely Witness Who Saw Jesus. Cool. And then the other one here is The Other F Word. How to Find Faith and Laugh at Yourself While Trying.
Oh, I see it. Now we're to assume that the other F word is faith, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the title page is like, we all know the F word, but have anyone considered saying, what the faith is wrong with these kids these days?
Hey everybody, I'm gonna make a provocative title that makes you think of the word fuck, but I'm actually it's supposed to be faith, right? And the only reason we know that is because I had to put faith in the title too.
Title.
So that you could think of something other than the word fuck. There's an alternative to the Hat Man book too. It's titled I See Shadow People, TM, and the Hat Man, copyrighted. Okay, she didn't fucking invent the Hat Man term. She just copyrighted it. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool
Yeah, that's
person.
allowed.
Well, okay. I think with that, we can end
Well, you know
the
what that
show.
means? Every time we mention the Hat Man, 1, we have to take a drink, and 2, we have to thank Heidi Hollis.
Ooh. Heidi Hollis, we're not giving you a fucking dime.
No, but I will pour one out for you.
Yeah. Also, because I didn't look to see how much that book cost.
Well,
$7.77. Okay, fine, whatever.
That is gonna have to do it for this sleep paralysis stories themed episode. I'd like to say thank you to Dale Spalding and Ender Music for our intro, as well as Sean at OhThatSean.com for our podcast art. But also thank you for listening. You're not a shadow person. Oh my god, have I said this before? You're not a hat man. You're not watching me from a doorway, but you're too tall, so you actually hit your head on the top of it every single time you enter, and you have to say like profanities, but I can't understand you because you speak in shadow tongue. If you have any suggestions for spooky subreddits, websites, or even just a story you'd like us to read from, go ahead and drop those suggestions in the comments, or you could send them directly to us for this show at PONDPOD on Reddit.
And if you're enjoying this show, you can do a couple things for us, such as leave a 5-star rating and review or comment on whatever platform you listen on. You can also check out some of the other stuff we do, such as Sequel Factory, where we watch a movie and pitch an idea for a sequel that nobody asked for, with our good friend Jack Kuso. And you can catch Mr. R and Mr. E on the Dirty 22. That's TOO Dirty 22 for some D&D fun wherever you find podcasts. And we've been Paranormal Dudes, ever in need of stories to intrigue, perplex, maybe even frighten. So remember, if you can't explain it, it's sleep paralysis. It's just SP.
All that is.
It happens to most of us. So, whatever. Until next time, stay tuned and just stay asleep. Just don't wake up. If you don't wake up, you can't have sleep paralysis.
Easy.
You won't see the Hat Man. Idiot.
Yeah, end the episode by calling the audience idiots.
Yeah, come back and see us next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.